welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about my labor and delivery with my second son. His labor and delivery was very short, and with my first son, I have a video so you can go ahead and check it out. I'm going to go ahead and put it down below so you can go ahead and click on it and go ahead and watch it. So I went ahead and I went to my 36th checkup, and so I had told her that I wanted to go ahead and like get induced, or if there's any way that I can go ahead and get the process of me going into labor and stuff like that. And so she was telling me that I could take the
Primrose evening pill, and then also I can take the raspberry leaf tea and so many other stuff that she was telling me. But before that, my whole 35 week, I was eating pineapple. I was already eating spicy. I was walking a lot, so I was trying to get my body into giving birth. That's what I was doing on my 35 week of being pregnant. And so in my 36th week, I was still eating more pineapple, but I had gone to the appointment and they were telling me that I could start to do stuff in order for me to go into labor. So then that 36th week and also that checkup, they went ahead and they swept my membranes. So that was, that hurt a little bit, but it did get me a little bit dilated because throughout that whole day, my stomach hurt really bad, like a period cramp, but it wasn't like a very bad one. It was like a tolerable level that I could sustain. I also went ahead and I told my boyfriend to go get, I also told him to get the raspberry leaf tea. So he went to the store, he got that, and I was also eating like a little bit of pineapple. I got like irritated of pineapple because I ate like 2 or 3 whole pineapples by that point. So that whole week I was inserting one of them vaginally and I was taking one orally. So I was drinking the tea also. I didn't really take it that often, but when I would do the cup of the tea, I would put 4 tea bags inside the cup so it would actually work. So then 37 week, well, he was born on a Thursday and it was that exact week. So I was 37 weeks, and then he was born on a Thursday, which would be the 38th week. So he was born on the 38th week. So the day before I turned 38 weeks, I had gone to the other appointment of 37 weeks, and they had checked me and they told me that I was 4 centimeters dilated, and I got also my membrane swept again. So I was 4 centimeters dilated, I got my membrane swept, and they told me that if I feel any pains like constantly coming and going away, that to go ahead and call the hospital for me to go to the hospital. But keep in mind that when I was 36 weeks, I got my membrane swept, and I always thought that I was having contractions because my stomach would hurt really bad, but it wasn't contractions. It was just like, I feel like Braxton Hicks, I think. I'm not really sure. It wouldn't go and it wouldn't come away. It would just like happen. Like I would have a really bad pain, but I feel like it was also because my bladder was really full. So I don't know if it was my bladder or if it was the Braxton Hicks contractions, but my stomach did hurt throughout the 36th week and 37 week. So once I went to the 37 week checkup, that whole day I was in pain. It was just like a period cramp. It wasn't like very like, oh my god, like I'm dying type of pain. So then that whole day I was hurting, but I really wasn't complaining. And so then that day at night also, we had gone to Walmart. So we were at Walmart, and if you know us, you always see us at Walmart. It's because we go there because we're bored, or we go there because we're going grocery shopping, or we just go there just to like look around and see what's new and just pasarnos el tiempo ahí, because honestly we don't know where the fuck to go. And so we just go to Walmart, and we would go to Walmart a lot just to walk because obviously I'm pregnant. I wanted to hurry up and get the baby out, so we would just walk and walk and walk. So that day we went to Walmart and we were walking, and we came back and I took a shower, and I got into bed. We were in bed, and then we said that we wanted him to be out, so we had sex that day just to help me also with the process of me going into labor. The whole night from like 11 I started to feel like some pain, like it would come and then it would go away, come and then go away. So I wasn't really sure they were contractions or not, because when I see videos of like girls being in pain, like I see them like crying, you know. So like I'm like, okay, no, like if I can tolerate it, like I think I'm not in labor. So I didn't really think much of it, but it got to a point where like it was just like constantly, and I just like started bitching because like I wanted to go to the hospital just to get checked, just to make sure. So at 3 we woke up, we got ready, and I was just telling him like I don't just want to go to the hospital, get sent back home. So I'm like, let's go ahead and wait it out, and if they don't go away in an hour, let's just not go, like let's just stay home, because they're not going to be constantly. So we were just here watching TV, but we were already ready, we had everything packed. And so he was gonna go to work at 4, so then we told his dad to take us to the hospital, just to drop us off, and then he would miss work that day. So we went at 4 just because I didn't want him to leave and then for me to be home with the pains. Shh, Dennis. So we went ahead and we went to the hospital that day. I just went to the hospital not really sure if I was in pain or not. We had taken everything that we were gonna need, hospital bags, the blanket, everything that we were gonna want, you know. So we had everything packed. I was telling the lady, I'm like, I think I have contractions, but I'm not really sure, because with my first son I got induced. So they told me if I was feeling any pain. I'm like, yes, I have pain in my lower abdomen and then also in my back, but it's like a period cramp type of pain that I am experiencing, and I feel it come and I feel it go. And they told me that I was already 4 centimeters dilated when I went to my checkup. So that's what I told her. And so they had me monitored. Like around 5, I think, or like 4:30. They had me monitored. So I was there in the bed, and they had checked me in. Well, just like to check. So like they were asking me questions, and I was answering them, and I was in the bed, and they hooked me up and everything. And so it was like 4th. Hey, De Andres, no. So it was like 4:30, and then they told me in 2 hours they're gonna come back and check me. So then at 7 they had came in and they had told me that I had progressed to 6 centimeters, so that I was in active labor and that I was having contractions. They had told me that I was 6 centimeters around 7. Then they had checked me into a room. It is 9:53 and I am 6 centimeters dilated, and we have been here since 4 in the morning. So now once the lady had came and checked me, she's like, you know what, let's go ahead and break your water. Let's go ahead and start actually the real process of you giving birth right now. So she had told me to wake up my boyfriend, because the process of when they're gonna break my water was gonna be really quick, that we had to be prepared. I'm really confused about the times, because I know that at 9 I was 7 centimeters, and then he was born at 11:45. So they came in and they broke my water, and once they broke my water, that is when I really felt the pains come in. And I was just in the bed, but I wanted to get up, so they told me I can get up and walk. So I was just walking around the room, back and forth, just to help the baby go way more into my pelvis and for him to get ready to come out. Once I had broken my water, walking for an hour, I had to lay down because the pains were really getting really intense. And so I couldn't, they gave me some fentanyl, I don't know, some drug. They gave me some drugs so I could like numb the pain, but it did not help at all. So I was just laying down, and my boyfriend was rubbing my back, because when you're in pain, like just get your back rubbed and you just like feel better, you know. And he was trying to talk to me to not really think of much about the pain and like how much it was hurting me, but I just really couldn't. I was getting annoyed of him just talking. I just wanted some quiet and for him just to rub me. She gave me the medicine. It kind of helped a little bit, but then I felt like some really sharp pains, and I'm like, you know what, I'm like, no, like it hurts. Like I started to cry, like kind of tear up, because I'm like, it hurts. I'm like, it just hurts. I'm like, go ahead and tell the doctor that I need the epidural. Like it hurts. Like it really does hurt. And so they came and they told me, they're like, nope, I think you're going into labor. Like I think you're about to push out the baby. So they told me that to start pushing. So I started to push and push and push. But the thing is that when you're pushing and you don't have no epidural, you don't have anything, how you can describe it is like a ring of fire in your freaking vagina. And all I was doing was I was screaming like a little bitch, because when you scream, like you just like hear yourself screaming, right? So like obviously I don't feel the pain, so I just started screaming, and the lady was like, Señora, like it doesn't help for you to start screaming. So she was like, Señora, por favor, para de gritar. Like it's not helping at all. And I was like, okay, because the lady was black, so I didn't know I don't know if she knew Spanish, but she was telling me like, hey, like don't scream, like it's not helping at all. So I was just screaming. I didn't care, like I just wanted to scream. And I got to the point where like I'm like, damn, I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna push him out? Like it really hurts. And I started to tear up because I just, like, a lot of emotions were coming through, and the pain was just there, like the ring of fire. And I'm like, I kept on pushing and pushing, nothing came out, and I was just scared too that I was gonna rip, like tear. And I'm like, fuck, if I tear, that shit's gonna hurt me. Like I'm gonna feel that, because I'm not numbed or anything, like I don't have no medication on me. So I was like thinking about that. I was thinking about my family, and also my other son and this son and me, like the process after giving birth and stuff like that. So it was just a lot going on, and I was just crying. And they told me like, hey, like quit screaming, hold your legs and look down and push really hard and look at what you're doing, you know. So, and I couldn't do that, because like the more that I screamed, the more that I felt better, because I didn't feel anything. So I was just screaming. And then, you know what, I'm like, you know what, I want him out, like let me hold my legs. I'm like, but give me like a good grip, because obviously you're with your legs up. And so my boyfriend's holding one of them, the nurse is holding another one. So obviously like they're just holding them, but I don't have nowhere where I can like push, like where I can put my feet and like try to push and like hold my legs, you know, wide open. So like I couldn't really hold my legs as she was telling me to. But you know what, I'm like, you know what, give me my legs. So I got my legs, I put my chin down, and I did some really hard pushed. Like if I was pushing out a really big ass dump, but I pushed and I pushed again. I don't know how many pushes we pushed, but I know that I was pushing a lot. So I wasn't like 5 or 10, you know, it was like a lot. But the first ones were really a fail, because his head was not coming out. So I just pushed him for like 5 minutes, I think. And from the process of me playing the Ring of Fire, that was 5 minutes. I was screaming throughout those 5 minutes. So labor, or for me pushing him out, was 5 minutes. And he was out. They gave him to me, and I was crying. Just hearing him cry and like putting him in my chest and everything. Like there's just like a lot of emotions that when you give birth, like you're gonna feel. So it was just a lot going on, a lot of mixed emotions and stuff like that. So that was my labor and delivery story. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys like and I hope you guys like this video. Also go ahead and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, let me go ahead and just mention his name. His name is Elian Aiden. We're gonna go ahead and probably start a family channel or a channel of me and my boyfriend only. And if we do decide on doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and put down the channel down below, or if not, we'll just do the videos and post them here. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, I'm gonna go ahead and spend some time with the kids.